Hello everyone, it's Moises here again, and today I'm going to show you something very special. And I'm also going to be doing something differently today. Instead of me playing like a song or showing a piece of equipment through a mix, I'm just going to plug into this beast of an amp right here. So what I have here is a Mesa triple rectifier 150 watt, or the triple rectifier reborn as it kind of goes by as well. Not as much, but you could also refer to it as that. So these are the latest renditions or the latest versions of the triple rectifier line. So other than the 150 watts or the 50 watt differences between the regular 100 watt triple rectifiers or dual rectifiers, is that in the back you could set the tube rectification and the silicone diode mode for each channel individually, so it's interchangeable between all those three channels. Unlike the ones before in the past where you only have silicone diode or tube rectification for the whole amplifier. So you can get a lot of different tonal possibilities with this amplifier. So that's the biggest component difference between, this one right here and the ones that you would find, a couple years back, like 2000 or maybe in the 90s. Other than that, obviously you have 50 watts more with this amplifier, and to be honest, as you're going to hear throughout the video, it's not much of a volume increase. I mean, yeah, there is a difference, but not a very drastic or almost like a barely noticeable. What it really is that there's just more headroom compared to the 100 watt versions. So it's not like 50 watts louder, it's just the sound's just a little more fuller, you could say. It's just more headroom, it covers more ground. Other than that, that's about it. So I'm going to be going through the clean, the distorted channels, and the different voicings, and I'm going to be also switching between the watts so you guys can hear how this thing sounds, because it's amazing. And also for the distortion channels and even the clean channel, I'll slam a Maxon OD808 obviously in the front end and a decimator noise gate, and that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. So first I'm gonna go with the clean channel and see how that sounds. Now I'm gonna go put it to the 50 watt version. See how that sounds. You hear the difference in volume. Just, it's not too obvious, but it's present. But you just hear the difference in like bottom end and headroom. I just put it up to 150 watts again. put it in the pushed voicing. This doesn't sound bad at all. I'm gonna bump the gain a little bit, actually quite a bit. Okay, this doesn't sound bad at all. You could play, I don't know if you guys heard, but you like rock or even hard rock with this, but when I turn on the overdrive, you get a pretty interesting sound. You could play pretty like early heavy metal or even thrash metal. That's just from the clean channel when it's pushed with a max on OD or what tube screamer on. So this is without it. Pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't use it for metal obviously, but that sounds pretty damn good. I'm gonna go back to the clean channel. I'm gonna try it pushed again and with the gain a little bit and see how it cleans up when I roll down the volume. It's not bad at all. The clean channel is obviously pretty clean, and I mean that's about it. Pushed, you could play some almost thrash metal. Honestly, you could pull off thrash metal on the clean channel with a boost on, but like for rock and blues and probably like just crunchier stuff, you know, you could easily. And that's about it for the clean channel. Alright, so now I'm going to go on to the second channel. I'm not going to turn on the boost or anything. It's on the modern sounding voicing and it's on the 150 watt. So I'm going to be changing them as I play. So here goes nothing. for the modern channel, so I'm gonna put it onto vintage. That's for the vintage sound. It sounds great. Now I'm gonna put on the raw channel. It's just more, it's just less output, more mellow. Now I'm gonna go back to the modern channel with the 50 watt setting on, and I'm gonna turn on the tube screamer, the 808 is on. Turn it back up to 150. So yeah, you could hear the difference in the low end, the punchiness. It sounds pretty massive, especially just from the speakers, or not even from a cabinet. I'm using the 2 Notes Torpedo Live with a Mesa IR. It sounds great. Leave the tube screamer on and go through the different voicings, because you could still pull off that heavy chugness just in a more like mellow, warmer type of sound. You hear the volume lowered a little bit. It's just Alright, let's see how this thing sounds with the tube screamer on the raw channel. I guess this is more like, I don't know, I guess more of a rock type of sound, but for leads it sounds pretty nice. Almost sounds like a push type of sound, like if you have a crunch on, but just gives it a bit of more tightness. I'm gonna go back to the modern channel. That's about it for the second channel. Alright, so lastly I have channel 3. The voicings between channel 2 and 3 and wattages are the same. So I'm gonna let you guys know how that sounds. There is a bit of a difference. Even though they are EQ'd differently, you could technically EQ them the same to sound pretty much the same. So right now I am going through the modern channel on 150 watts, but with the tube screamer off, boost, whatever. Turn on the tube screamer. That thing sounds really tight, and that's on the tube setting. This is more of a lead channel. I don't have any effects to it, but I just want to get you guys an idea of how this thing sounds just without any effects or anything. So now I'm going to put it on the 50 watt version. So the tone is just a little different. I mean, overall it's the same, but you lose a lot of that bottom end and push, you could say. The volume did go down. vintage channel. So now I'm going to put it on 50 watts. Now I'm going to put it on 100 watts. Going to the raw sound, 150 watts. Tube screamer was on for the vintage sound. So right now, actually I'm going to go back to the vintage sound so you can see how it sounds without the tube screamer. Now it's on. You could pull off, obviously, thrash metal, some old school metal with the tube screamer on, even on the vintage channel. So I'm going to go back to the raw channel with this thing off. Now it's on. Oh, that was on. This is off, sorry. Turn it off. I'm going back to the modern channel. So that's about it for this amplifier. It sounds pretty versatile. From the cleans, you can get really nice cleans, and even right now today I just realized that you can get a really good thrash metal type of sound with the pushed setting on and with the tube screamer on, or any kind of boost variant, and you get a pretty solid sound. But obviously channel 2 and channel 3 is where a lot of that punches and, you know, that classic distortion rectifiers are known for. So I mean, I need to start using this thing more often. It sounds great, and even though it's pretty loud, you can still get a decent tone at a lower volume. I'm running through a 2-note torpedo live like I just mentioned, so I'm able to control, you know, obviously the whole sound much more efficiently than like a live cab. But even then, through a live cab, that thing sounds massive. So if you could get your hands on something like this, I recommend it. Even they don't have to be the reborn versions. You could get the older versions, and they'll still sound pretty damn decent. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. I'll do more of this stuff all the time, hopefully. Other than that, thank you. Thanks for watching.